live on YouTube? Make sure we're live on YouTube this time. Because I don't think it went live last time. Our streaming software isn't... Okay. Okay. Shoot. Alright, I think we're good. I think we're actually live this time because we were not live last time. Okay. I apologize for that, everyone. I apologize for how late Hot Take Tuesday is going. I thought I was live, but I was not. So we're redoing it. We're redoing the entire thing. But what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Hot Take Tuesday. Episode 23 of Season 2 is officially here. I'm excited. We have 5 hot takes from our Discord server. We have some incredible members from our Discord server that we are going to be taking hot takes from today. So if you enjoy this kind of stuff, make sure to join the Discord server so we like your hot take featured in the future. I truly appreciate you guys understanding how late how late this is going. I truly apologize. I thought I was live and I was not. I thought I got through the entire thing live and I was not, but I'm officially here. We're officially live. And that's what matters. You know, I guess better late than never. But I really, truly do apologize for this being a very late Hot Take Tuesday episode. Let me get the link and actually post it to our Discord so everyone knows that we are live. And it sounds horrible. Why does it sound horrible? I don't know. But you know what? We're just going to start it. We're just going to go for it. There's nothing we could do at this point. We just kind of have to go through it. This Hot Take Tuesday kind of sucked, and I really apologize. But, hey, it is what it is. You keep moving, right? You got to keep chugging. You're always going to have times where you're going to struggle. Officially alive. Alright. We're officially live. We're going to get ready to go. Hot Take Tuesday. Once again, I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart for understanding. That is really a tough. That was really tough. I don't know why my stuff sounds terrible. I don't know why. But, alright, we're going to get going. Enough blabbering. You guys want to get to the real stuff. So, let's go. First hot take we have is from SilverSabs. Eagles trade for Justin Simmons and Patrick Surtain. They give up a 2024 first, third, fourth, and a second from 2025. So that's quite a bit. But Justin Simmons and Patrick Surtain are both incredible players. Justin Simmons, one of the best safeties in the league. Patrick Surtain, one of the best corners in the league. If not, the best. I could see Justin Simmons being traded. I don't think they trade Patrick. I don't see the Broncos trading Patrick Surtain. Patrick Surtain, like I said, is one of the best corners in the league, if not the best. So trading him would kind of really set them back that much more. Even though they're not really there, they're one of the worst teams in the NFL. He's young. He's a player that could still be there when, you know, maybe they turn things around in a couple of years. If they do end up doing that, if they do end up turning it around and becoming a better football team and maybe competing, they'll still have Patrick Surtain. He's young. He's got a long career ahead of him. And corners aren't as easy to replace as safeties are. Now, safeties aren't easy to find. No position is, but safeties aren't as hard to find as cornerbacks, in my opinion. Seems like safety is a more expendable position. It's not as a valuable position, if that makes sense. It's not as premium position. The Eagles trade for Justin Simmons. That is much more likely than Patrick Surtain. But if you're going to throw them in the package together, I'm going to go piping hot right out the gate. I say absolutely not. That's crazy. But Justin Simmons, I can see it. He's 29 years old. He's not getting any younger. And the Broncos maybe want to get a little extra draft capital. And the Eagles do need, their defense has not been perfect so far this year. It has struggled, especially in the passing game. The secondary is good when healthy. That's kind of the issue right now. Darius Slay is hurt. James Bradbury is hurt. No, James Bradbury. I believe James Bradbury actually played last game. But you had Avonte Max go down early in the season for the year, so that was a big loss. So trading for safety would be a good idea because I believe Reed Blankenship is suffering with an injury as well. He's out for an extended period of time. Even if he is or is not, Justin Simmons is still an upgrade. He's still one of the better safeties in the league. A lot of experience, really good tackler, really smart player in general. So the Eagles trading for Justin Simmons is very possible. I'm actually going to go warm. I think there's a good shot because the Broncos have come out and stated that their GM has stated that they're open for business. And if someone sends them a nice offer for Justin Simmons, say a second-round pick, I think they would take it. I think they would absolutely take a second-round pick for Justin Simmons. Like I said, he's one of the best in the league. He's also a safety. You have to pay him a bit of money. And I don't know what else I was going to say. He's a safety. Got to pay him a bit of money. And he's getting older. He's not getting any younger. So the Eagles trading for Justin Simmons, I can see that. I can see that shaping out. But I can't see and trading for Patrick Surtain. I think the Broncos are going to hold on to Patrick Surtain. In my opinion, Patrick Surtain is not leaving Denver. I don't think they're going to trade him. I don't think he's up for grab unless someone offers 2 first-round picks this year. Otherwise, I don't think Patrick Surtain moves. I don't think anyone's going to give up 2 first-round picks. And then if you want Justin Simmons on top of that, in that package, you're probably going to have to offer a second as well, or at least a third. The Eagles trading for Justin Simmons, possible. I'm going to go warm. Trading for Patrick Surtain, I'm going to go piping hot. I don't see Patrick Surtain leaving Denver. I just don't see it. But that's also a lot. But if you did just trade for Justin Simmons, I'd say a second-round pick would be enough. 100%. Like I said, he's older. You still have to pay him a bit of money. He's a safety. He's not a premium position. Safety, I don't think safety isn't considered a premium position in my opinion. It's not. But the entire package specifically is piping hot. And trading for Patrick Surtain is piping hot. But I like the idea of Justin Simmons going to Philly. I actually really like that. I think that would be a good trade. Will it happen? Probably not. The scale is pointing towards not. Just because, trading for a specific player, or, it just doesn't normally happen. But, hey, if there's a player that the Eagles do go out and really look for and really want, excuse me, that I can see them trading for, I can see them trading for. Hold on. Why is the chat not showing up? For here. I don't know what is going on. YouTube is like bugging. Oh, that's because the chat is actually in our streaming software. But I'm gonna go piping hot. Trading for Simmons, warm. Trading for Patrick Surtain, hot. The entire package, piping hot. No, piping hot for Patrick Surtain. So I kind of grade it separately there. All right, next hot take. Move on to Tones. The Chiefs go on a 4-game losing streak, starting this weekend, October 22nd, and ending on November 20th, which I believe they play the Eagles on. So let's take a peek at their schedule, and let's go through every single opponent. Let's break it down a little bit. So, oh my gosh, I don't have it here. Chiefs. All right. I thought I did have it here. I thought I had it all ready to go. Chiefs. Oh my gosh, come on. Chiefs. All right, let's look at the schedule for the next 4 games. The Chargers. So, actually, first off, the Chiefs, just because the Chiefs haven't been playing the football that we know them for, just because they haven't been, a top 5 offense, because they haven't been a great offense, doesn't mean they're a bad team. They still have one of the best quarterbacks in the league. They have guys that can make plays in the wide receiver room, not consistently. They still have one of the best tight ends in the league. They have one of the better offensive lines in the league. And the defense, they have a top 10 defense. We're just not used to seeing Kansas City play this type of style of football. We're used to them just putting up 30, 40 plus points a game. And, kind of having to win a shootout every week. Because their defense usually isn't great. But now, their defense is pretty darn good, top 10. But their offense is struggling. And it's mainly because they cannot find that guy other than Travis Kelce to step up in the receiving game consistently. But the defense can win you some games. Absolutely. Patrick Mahomes will help you win some games. So you have some very good players. Obviously, they're one of the better teams in the league. But playing the Chargers, if they can't get any offense going, they can struggle. But the defense will keep them in every game. And their offense can win them every game. That's very interesting. I apologize. But them going on a 4-game losing streak is crazy. They do play the Broncos in that stretch. So that's really going to make it difficult for that to even, be a possibility. But it's not an easy schedule. They're playing the Chargers. The Chargers aren't great. They're a good team. They're not great. If the Chiefs defense can show up, and obviously the offense can make a couple more plays than the Chargers, then they'll win. The Chargers defense has actually been looking better the last couple of weeks. The defense has been stepping up. The run defense has been much better. Now the passing defense is still suspect. But the run defense has gotten better every single week. Khalil Mack has kind of had a reemergence, a little mini reemergence so far. Well, mini, I don't know about, so much about mini. He has 7 sacks. He had 6 sacks versus the Raiders a couple weeks ago. Wild. But, I'm not sure if they can beat the Chargers. Because I'm not sure if they can score more points. I get it. Their defense is top 10. But let's also look at who they've played defensively. I think they've played one elite offense. That's the Lions. The Lions have an elite offense. They can run the damn ball. They have one of the best offensive lines. They can pass the ball. And the Lions are 100% better than they are now than they were in week 1 as well. But the Lions, they put 21. And that is the most the Chiefs have allowed since. They play the Jaguars next week. They allowed 9 points. But you could argue the Jaguars are a very good football team. They have a good offense. Travis Etienne, great. Receiving core, great. Evan Ingram, solid. Offensive line, Trevor Lawrence, inconsistent. You don't know what Trevor Lawrence you're going to get. But when Trevor Lawrence is on, when Trevor Lawrence is good, it's a tough offense to stop. Trevor Lawrence is one of the best in the league when he's playing at his top. But it's been very, very far in between. We have not seen enough from Lawrence. But I say holding the Jaguars to 9 was impressive. The Bears holding to 10. It's the Bears. The Jets holding to 20. Fine. It's the Vikings you held to 20. Okay. You play Justin Jefferson. He went out at a time in the game, but, the Vikings were getting a little something going. The Broncos. They only allowed 8. It's the Broncos. But then you look at the offense. No. But defensive-wise, this would be the best offense they have played. The best quarterbacks in the game. He is consistent. You will get the best Justin Herbert every single game. The weapons aren't there. You do have... I do like Josh Palmer and Keenan Allen. I do like those two. So, you do have decent weapons. I believe they got a tight end back in Gerald Everett. Offensive line did struggle versus the Cowboys. Justin Herbert was under pressure all day long. And, the refs were horrible in that game as well. I'm not saying that's why the Chargers lost. It was, the refs were just horrible in that Monday Night Football game. Dreaded. It sucked. It was horrible. That was probably the worst officiating I've ever seen in my lifetime. I'm dead serious. That's how bad it was. But now they're playing an elite offense. Austin Eckler, of course. Let's see how this defense does now versus one of the better offenses in the league. And then they have the Dolphins in a couple weeks. And then they have the Eagles. The Eagles' offense is pretty darn good. They can run the ball really well. Jalen Hurts has struggled. He has. When you can't get the run game going, it seems like Hurts has struggled. And one thing I will say is, when teams really lean towards the run, that means that something's not right in the passing game. And they're leaning towards it too much. But the Eagles should be able to get the run game going versus the Chiefs. The Chiefs have a really good front. Mike Denna, Chris Jones, Karlaftis. They have a really good defensive front. Well, it's tough to run against them, but the Eagles do have a really good offensive line. The offensive line has struggled. It has. It has not been as great as last year. Really, this Eagles team is not as great as last year. I think they're still adjusting to the new coordinators and such. But I think the Eagles should beat them. I think they would lose to the Eagles. There's a good chance they do. But Chargers and Chiefs, I'm gonna take that. It's a tough game. I don't know if the Chiefs will win it, but it'll be close. Broncos, they should beat the Broncos. Which, right there, that makes it difficult to think that they'll go on a 4-game losing streak, that they will lose against the Broncos. I mean, they've beaten the Broncos, 16, 17 times? So that streak has to end at some point. Could this be one of those games we look at and we're just like, huh? It doesn't make any sense. Maybe. Teams do slip up. They do have rough games. Dolphins and the Chiefs. I don't know if that offense could keep up with the Dolphins. Patrick Mahomes could. Travis Kelce could. But at some point, you need those receivers to step up. Rashee Rice, Sky Moore, Kadarius Toney. You need someone to step up. They haven't been able to get anyone to step up. So the Dolphins could definitely be a loss. And the Eagles, that could be a very tough game as well. That could be a very tough game. 100%. 100%. So saying they're going to go on a 4-game losing streak, though, when they have a good shot to beat the Chargers and the Broncos, definitely. The chances are that the Chiefs can beat anyone, obviously. That Chiefs offense can just click at any moment, and we won't know when. They can just start clicking at any moment. But to say that Patrick Mahomes is going to lose 4 games in a row, that's crazy. I'm going to go hot. The only reason I'm going to go piping hot. It's a tough one. It is a tough one. Really got me thinking. But do the Eagles lose 4 games, or do the Chiefs lose 4 games in a row? Is it possible? It's possible. Anything's possible. I don't know if they lose 4 games in a row, though. Mahomes will find a way to win a game within the next 4 weeks, even if it's against great teams. He will find a way. He will find a way. They have really good defense as well. Remember that. The Chiefs have a really good defense. Top 10. Now, like we just went to, they didn't play on a great offense, so to say. Could argue the Vikings, but they can't really run the ball. Diaz was, hurt for a portion of the game. Kirk Cousins is great, but now you're playing a team that is really much more explosive and consistent offensively, in a way. Chargers offense is better than the Vikings. 100%. So we're going to see how the Chiefs defense holds up against a tough Chargers offense. If the defense can hold up, they'll win. If the defense cannot, if this defense reverts to the old Kansas City Chiefs defense, I could see the Chargers winning this one. So the Chiefs, going on a 4-game losing streak, I'm going to go piping hot. I don't think Mahomes loses 4 games in a row. I don't see it. I could maybe see them losing 3 of them, playing some really good football teams. And the Chiefs, they're one of the best teams, or top 10 defense. They're able to run the football. Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes. That's enough to be a top 3 team right there. Andy Reid, great coaching, great defensive line. You can get pressure on the quarterback. You can protect yours. It just takes one game and Patrick Mahomes and those receivers start clicking. It just takes one game, and it has to be coming up. But I'm going to say piping hot. 3. Head of the table 23. After Texans get off their bye, they will go on a good, long winning streak. Okay. So even before the season started, I was high on the Broncos. I was high on the Texans, man. I think the Texans were a good football team coming to the year. They were my sneaky team. They're sneaky on defense. They're playmakers on defense. Now, is the defense great? No, it's not great. It's not phenomenal, but it's going to make plays. And if you look at the games, there's one game where they've allowed more than 30 points. That was against the Colts. They allowed less than 30 versus the Ravens. They only allowed the Jaguars to 17, the Steelers to 6, the Falcons to 21, the Saints to 13. So the defense has been there. The defense has been impressive. They've been very good. Now, have they played a great offense? The Colts don't really have a great offense. It's lackluster. You allowed 31. That's kind of concerning. But I say, that's kind of what, it's a divisional game. AR really got them up quick. He had a few turnovers at the beginning of the game. Jaguars, you allowed 17. That's impressive. The Jaguars' offense is a bit inconsistent, but it's still impressive. They have a lot of good weapons. Trevor Lawrence is a good, not great quarterback. That was a good defensive game. Steelers, you only allowed 6 points. Falcons, you allowed 21. Okay, it's gonna happen. You're gonna have tough weeks. The Saints, you allowed 13. Pretty good. And the Saints haven't been good offense. And then they're gonna be playing the Panthers off the bye, the Bucs. So really, still not playing great offenses. Although Bryce Young and Adam Thielen have been pretty good together so far. They can cause some problems for the Texans defense possibly, but Darius Stingley should be back. They're getting guys back. They're getting very good players back. So it can be tough. It's only going to get better. But Bryce Young versus CJ Stroud, pick 1, number 1 pick versus number 2 pick. Why wasn't this a Monday night game? Why wasn't this at least a Thursday night or Monday night football game? Why? Why not? Everyone would have loved to see this game. Number 1 pick versus number 2 pick. I would have loved to see it. Sure, you guys would. A lot of people would. But it is what it is, I guess. NFL is what it is. But I mean, they're not great football teams. I do really like the Texans, but I mean, have the Thursday night and Monday night football games have been great anyways. They've been very lackluster, very bland. They have been great matchups, but yeah, Texans and Panthers, and a big long winning streak. How many games do you consider a big long winning streak? Let's go 5. Play the they play the Panthers, they play the Bucs. They play, you should be able to beat both of those teams. The Bucs could be tough. Really good defense. CJ Stroud can maybe throw a couple picks. Maybe that could be his first game where he really struggles. But Stroud's been looking great. He got really good weapons. He gets the ball out quick. And it's not like he hasn't played a tough defense. The Saints were a very tough defense. The Ravens have a tough defense. So, yeah, they only scored 9 in that game. The Falcons' defense is in. But the Texans are a good football team. They are a good football team. And I do think they'll beat the Bucs. Bengals, that's going to be tough. The Bengals' red zone defense is insane. Their red zone defense is awesome. It's been great. I think Joe Burrow wins that shootout. I think it could be shootout. That's going to be a fun game. The Texans and the Bengals is going to be a fun game. I say they beat the Cardinals. They'll probably lose to the Jaguars the second time around. And those are the next 5 games. So if... could they win the next 5 games? Absolutely. What kind of Bengals team will we get? What kind of Jaguars team will we get? Now, I don't think the Texans will sweep the Jaguars. Hey, you never know, though. We'll see. I'm going to go hot. I think the possibility's there. It's very possible. All these teams are beatable for the Texans. I think they beat the Bengals. It depends on what Bengals team we get. Is the pass rush going to be really good? Is the pass coverage going to be great? We saw it happen versus the Seahawks. The Seahawks have, their weapons are a bit more experienced and a bit more dynamic. And DK, and Tyler Lockett, JSN, Jake Bobo. They have their offense is going to be tough to stop for the Texans as well. So I would trust Joe Burrow and, their amazing receiving core, Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins. I would take the Bengals in the shootout. Both offense lines aren't great, Both defenses are sus. But at this point in time, I would still take. I'm taking Joe Burrow and the Bengals' weapons over the Texans. So I'm going hot because are you really going to be able to sweep the Jaguars? I don't know. You might even slip up versus the Bucks. You might slip up versus the Panthers. You might slip up versus the Cardinals. But going on, I can see it. They're a talented football team. They have a playmaking defense. They have a nice offense. C.J. Stroud has been amazing. So they could, but it's still a young team. I can see them slipping up here and there. So I'm going to go hot. It would be really cool to see, though. 100%. Next hot take we have is from Head of the Table 23. Colts trade a 5th round pick for Broncos wide receiver Jerry Jeudy. We already had a hot take talking about the Broncos trading some of their players. Justin Simmons and Patrick Surtain earlier to the Eagles, and now Jerry Jeudy to the Colts. The Colts trade a 5th round pick for Jerry Jeudy. So we all know that the Broncos are selling. The GM, they have come out and said that they're open for business. We've seen it. But, will they trade a 5th round for him? The Broncos might try and get a 4th. I could see a team offering the 4th, offering a little more than a 5th, and they will take that. But if you ask me, I don't think the Colts really do it. I know Chris Ballard's been pushing. I know Chris Ballard and the Colts front and the Colts office has been calling the Broncos. We've gotten reports. We have sources. So the possibility is there. The Colts have been aggressive, we've heard, for Jerry Jeudy. How much do they offer, though? That's a big question. I would think they maybe offer a 4th. I mean, it might be a little much. Amari Cooper was traded for like a 6 a couple of years ago. Amari Cooper was an awesome receiver. Jerry Jeudy, obviously, Amari Cooper is much better. Jerry Jeudy is a great route runner. Hands are suspect. Very agile, very fast, and he'll provide an awesome complementary piece to Michael Pittman Jr., to Josh Downs, who's been phenomenal in this slot so far. Even Isaiah McKenzie in the slot has been awesome. Jerry Jeudy would be a fun addition. But now that Anthony Richardson's hurt, I think you lay back. I think you just say, hey, we're not going to win this year. Even though Jerry Jeudy can be a good receiver, he's going to want to be paid in 2 years. I don't think it makes a ton of sense. AR is going to get the year to sit down, and study the game and learn the game a little bit. So I don't think they should trade for Jerry Jeudy. I don't think so. And I don't think they will now. I think that Anthony Richardson injury really impacts it. AR is going to be out for the year. Jim Irsay has stated that Anthony Richardson will be getting the surgery within the next week or so. Said it on Twitter. So AR is out for the year, so I don't see the need for having to go out or for going out and trading for a receiver. Because he's done in 2 years. The Broncos did pick up the 5th-year option, so that will come right over to the Colts. But I just don't think so. There's a lot. This next class is deep in wide receivers, I've heard. I have not watched a lot of them. I don't know much about all of them. I've heard this receiver class is very deep. So why not just pick one up in the draft? Why not just go ahead and pick up some players in the draft? Why not? Why not? I don't see why not. Pick a receiver up in the draft. Very deep. Wait for the draft. So I'm going to go hot. Because I don't think it's going to happen. Well, I'm not going piping because it's realistic, and you know what? No, I'm going to stay hot. I'm going to stay hot. All right. Last hot take. Colts go 3-1 before their bye. Yikes. I love the optimism. I love it. But I don't see it. They're playing the Browns next week. They're probably going to lose to the Browns. And then to say they go on a 3-game winning streak versus the Saints, the Panthers, and the Patriots, maybe that's possible. The offensive line can continue to play great. You're not going to have Grover Stewart for the next 6 weeks. That's a big loss. That's a huge loss. Huge loss. So how are they going to overcome that? Because he is the rock in the middle of that defense along with Buckner, which is going to make it a little easier on offenses to focus on these edge rushers, Samson Ebukam, Kwity Paye. The Browns like to run the football. The Saints like to run the football. Frank Reich, he likes to run the football. I know there's a difference in running the football a lot and being successful at it and not. I don't think the Panthers will be very, very successful running the football against us. We have very good linebackers. Their offensive line is not great, especially the interior. We have very good linebackers. We still have Buckner. We still have Kwity, who's very good against the run. Samson Ebukam has been very good. Deo, Taekwon. We have the guys there. And I think Taven Bryan will be okay. He's not going to be any Grover Stewart. I think he'll be good. He'll be okay. But he's not going to be anything special. So, I say they don't beat the Browns. Let's say, the Saints and the Colts, I think that is 50-50. That's a 50-50 game. The Colts have a good pass rush. The Saints don't have a great offensive line like they usually do. So, will they still be able to get the pressure they have again without Grover Stewart? Probably won't be as good or consistent. But you can still be able to get pressure with Samson Ebukam, Kwity Paye being really strong off the edges. Seems so echoey. Live chat not working. It's not working? The live chat isn't working? Oh my gosh, I know what I did. Could I fix it? Oh my gosh. This was horrible. This stream was horrible, man. Could I fix it? I put it, yes, it's made for kids. Alright, you should be able to do it. Alright, you should be able to talk now. I don't know what is going on with this episode. I don't know why it's so echoey. Think I fixed the chat. Alright, let's see. Alright, the chat is back. Oh my gosh, what a disaster for Hot Take Tuesday this week. What a disaster. But we're going to come back stronger than ever next week. Apologize for it being so echoey. I really do. I don't know why it is. Shouldn't be. I have no clue why, honestly. I don't know why it is. And I apologize. Audio input capture 2. Why does it say 2? There should only be 1. Mic/aux. Let's see. Let's check it out there. Maybe that was it. Let's see if that was it. It's working? Bet. Okay, I appreciate you. I'm sorry. This was a rough Hot Take Tuesday. It was rough. Let's see. Maybe that fixes it. That fixed it. All right, that fixed it. All right. We're back. We're set. All right, let's go finish it off strong with Joshua Kitchener's hot take. Colts go 3-1 before their bye. So back to it. I don't think they're going to beat the Browns. Let's say that's a loss. Derek Carr, they have more weapons. Defense is a bit better. I think the Saints beat us. I think the Saints will beat us. The echo's gone now. Appreciate it. It's good. Dude, that was horrible that no one was able to comment either. Oh my gosh. I apologize, guys. I really do. It was a rough Hot Take Tuesday. Well, Colts going 3-1 before their bye. Saints, 50-50, but I think the Saints have the edge. So that's 2 losses right there. So that's already not going to happen. But, maybe they got the slight chance. They should beat they could beat the Panthers. They should beat the Patriots. But, hey, Colts going 3-1 before their bye. I'm going to go hot. I don't think it happens. It's possible, but I don't think it happens. I don't think so. So, yeah, that is all I got for Hot Take Tuesday this week. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, being patient. I truly, truly appreciate you guys and love you guys so much, the community. I apologize so much for how this Hot Take Tuesday went. At first, I thought I was live. I wasn't, so it was like an hour late. It was rough, fam. It was rough, but I'm happy you guys stuck with me. Hey, considering that happened, if you guys would like to talk about any of your hot takes, let me know. We'll go back and talk about them. That goes gone. It's working. Appreciate you. But hey, if you guys want to talk about any of the hot takes now, let's go. Let's talk about them. Drop your questions. I'll answer some questions for a little while to make up for it. Hopefully everything's better. So drop some questions. So the first hot take was from SilverSabs. Eagles trade for Justin Simmons and Patrick Surtain. They give up 20 for it. Like I said, I'll go through them briefly. I think it's fair. Eagles trade for Justin Simmons. Don't see it. Eagles trading for Justin Simmons is possible. Simmons, 29, he's aging. He's a safety. And the Broncos are looking for compensation. They want to get as many picks as they can, improve the team as much as they can. I don't see them trade. I don't see them trading for Patrick Surtain, though. I don't see it. You're gonna have to give up at least 2 firsts, and I don't think Howie's gonna want to do that. 4. We're just gonna skim through them. Chiefs going on a 4-game losing streak. To summarize that, the Chiefs, it's Patrick Mahomes. They're playing the Broncos in that stretch, so I'm going hot. I'm maybe changing it to hot. No, I'm gonna go piping because odds are Mahomes is gonna win one of those 3 tough matchups. He's probably gonna beat the Broncos, but if he loses the Broncos, if they do go on a 4-game losing streak in Tones, you got this, man. Wow, would that be something? That would be something. But hey, the Chiefs going on a 4-game losing streak, piping hot. Even though their defense is top 10, run the ball, really good offensive line. I say piping hot. Head of the table 23. After Texans get off their bye, they will go on a good long winning streak. See if we can pull up their schedule again. Where is it? Okay, here we go. So, Panthers, Bucks. I say they lose one of those. I would say the Bucks game. Bengals probably lose that one. I would take Joe Burrow and their weapons. I think they're similar teams in a way. If C.J. Stroud can continue to play the way he is, it could be. We'll see how C.J. Stroud can, do versus the Bengals, and Joe Burrow. If C.J. Stroud can out-duel Joe Burrow, I don't think he could. The weapons aren't as good. Although they're dynamic and they're good weapons, I don't think they're as good. I don't see them taking it. Cardinals, they could slip up. And then do they really sweep the Jaguars? I don't think so. Next up, Colts trade a 5th-round pick for Jerry Jeudy. Don't think this happens. I went with hot. Judy's a very good route runner. Big-time playmaker. But he's too inconsistent catching the football. That's my issue with Jerry Jeudy. I think he is way too inconsistent with catching the football. And that's where it comes in for Jerry Jeudy. That's where, I don't really think we should trade for him. Yeah, he's a big playmaker. He would complement Michael Pittman, Josh Downs really nicely. I think the Texans is the only team that could sweat the Jaguars. I don't know if the Titans and the Jags played. But yeah, I can see I agree. I think the Texans are the only team that have the opportunity that could do it. Well, I don't think the Titans are a great football team. Although they have a really good run defense. Trevor Lawrence in that passing game will have to beat the Titans. We'll see, though, because the Colts ran pretty well on the Titans. I mean, the Colts' offensive line is looking like a little bit, of the old offensive lines. But the Jaguars don't have as great of an offensive line, but you do have to worry about the pass a little bit, so you can't really stack the box. But the Colts trading for a 5th-round pick for Jerry Jeudy, I don't think so. I don't think it happens. Wait, did I mix up hot takes? Hold on. This was LCCJS 27's hot take. Oh my gosh. One of those hot take Tuesday was horrible. But LCCJS 27, I apologize, man, but yeah, you were the one that did give this hot take. Head of the table 23. Did not realize I had both of them at the same. I did not realize it. Didn't realize it. But that was LCCJS 27's hot take. I don't know how I didn't realize it. I said it twice in a row. But the Colts trade a 5th-round pick for Jerry Jeudy. I'm going hot. I think they should wait for the draft. Their draft is very deep. Give them the shot. All right. So, last but not least, Colts go 3-1 before their bye. Like I said, versus the Browns, probably lose versus the Browns. The Saints is a 50-50, but I give the edge to the Saints. And, there's a chance you lose either to the Panthers or the Patriots. I think you do beat the Panthers and the Patriots, but there's a good chance that you don't beat either of them. There's a shot. But that's going to do it for this episode of Hot Take Tuesday. I truly appreciate you guys because this was a really tough episode. We had a lot of things happen that really were working against us, and it's all my fault 100%. Everything is I take accountability for everything, and I truly apologize for this episode, for this week's Hot Take Tuesday to be as mistake prone as it was. So many mistakes, so many things we screwed up on. It was very late. It was echoing. There was no chat. I truly apologize, and I screwed up. 2 of the hot takes. But it is what it is. I mean, we'll move on to next week. We are going to come back stronger and better than ever next week. But I truly appreciate you guys. I love you guys for I know it's a lot. A lot of you were actually sticking through and we're watching, and I 100% appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. I can't express how much I appreciate you guys, truly. So the ones that have stuck around, Joshua Kissinger, I noticed that you've stuck around, man. Truly do appreciate it. I truly do, 100% from the bottom of my heart. But yeah, that is all I got for you guys this week for Hot Take Tuesday. I hope to have a much better Hot Take Tuesday next week. But if you guys did enjoy, it was a tough Hot Take Tuesday episode. I wouldn't blame you if you didn't. But these bad live streams are going to be a marker of what I need to improve on, what we need to improve on, and how I can make this content better for you guys. I made a lot of mistakes, but we learn from these mistakes, and we move on, and we continue to get better. So that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for tuning into the JW Sports Talk Show, where every fan is welcome. I'll catch you guys in the next live.